What is up, you guys? My name is Madison. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. So I don't know if you remember, I think it was about a year ago actually, that I decided that I wanted to try and completely finish an eyeshadow palette. And I never really held myself to that, even though it's literally the only eyeshadow palette I've used in that last year. But I would like to restart doing a pan that palette, and it is the exact same palette from that video. It is the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Like I said, this is like my all-time favorite palette at the moment. I don't know why, but it just is. So this is what the palette currently looks like. I can get a video of what it looked like back when I originally posted that video. I will insert it right now. And yeah, let's just go through each shade individually and talk about goals. So the first shade right here is Tempera. There is a lot of pan, as you can see. This is one that I use whether I'm wearing eyeshadow or not, just because it covers up my veiny eyelids and makes me feel nice. Next I have Golden Ochre. I don't use the shade very often because it's pretty much invisible on my eyelid, but I do kind of like the way it looks as a like transition shade, because sometimes it shows up if I mix it with another eyeshadow. So yeah, I do want to get more use out of that. Next shade is Vermeer, and there's pan there. It's the one I go to most of the time. Next is Bon Fresco. This has a very noticeable dip in it, but no pan. Next is Antique Bronze. This is a dark shimmer, and so I don't really know how to use it, but I know that when I get to having to use it, I will figure out a way to do it since I'm smart like that. Next is Love Letter. This is the one I really don't touch all the time. So this has pretty much no use on it at all. Next is Cypress Umber. This is I used to use as my eyebrow powder, but then I decided I like gel more, and I'm also trying to use up an e.l.f. pencil. So I haven't touched that in a while, so I might actually start using it as like a liner and seeing where that gets me, because I don't like the ends of my eyes being super dark, just because they are already so small and I'm trying to make them bigger. So yeah, but there is pan on that one. If you can see it, it's the slightest bit. And then down to the bottom here we have Raw Sienna. This is probably one of my favorite shades in the palette, even though you can't tell. But yeah, I use this one with most of my eye looks now. Same thing with Burnt Orange, because it doesn't look very orange on the eye. So I just like the way it kind of accentuates my eye color, if that makes sense. And then next is Primavera. This is a golden shade. This is the one I use all over my eyelid if I want to do a good orange look. So yeah, there's pan in that one too. Next is Red Ochre. I use this mostly as kind of like an accent color under the eye. I also kind of like it as like a blush color, but only on like the tip of my nose, and everything else I like adjust to that color. I'm not doing that today, but yeah. Next is Venetian Red. I prefer this one over Love Letter. This one has a slight dip in it, but it's not very noticeable just looking at it on camera. Next is Warm Taupe. I don't like this color, but I can make it work if I mix it in with an orange look rather than a brown or a purple look. And the last one I have is Regular. I'm going to call it Regular. But yeah, I like to use this kind of like on the outer corners when I'm doing a super orange look, or if I am doing a purple look, I will stick it under the eye, like on the lower lash line, to kind of create that pop. So yeah, now let's get on with goals. In the next 2 months, maybe, I would love to finish Tempera. I would also love to expand the pan like upwards and hit this part right here. I would love to hit pan on Bon Fresco, because I definitely think that's plausible. I would like to get more use out of Antique Bronze before the summer comes, but even during the summer I could probably get like a little bit, stick it on the lid and be good to go. I would love to start using Love Letter, because it is a pretty color. I just don't prefer it as much as Venetian Red, so I would like to get a little bit more use in that. This one honestly is going to be the hardest one to go through. We'll just see where that goes. Regular, I would love to get at least a dip going. Same thing with Warm Taupe. Venetian Red, I would love to get a more noticeable dip. Red Ochre, I would love to get a more noticeable dip. Primavera, I would just like to see progress with that one. And then Burnt Orange and Raw Sienna, I would love to either see a more noticeable dip or hit pan. I definitely think hitting pan is more accessible through Burnt Orange, but if I can hit pan on both of them, that would be great. But yeah, that is my introduction to the Pan That palette. I will try to update every month, but if I don't, oh well. See, here's where I tried to pan it in March 20. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. On my social media down below. If you are doing a Pan That palette, I would love to know what palette you're planning to pan. So yeah, bye!